You really do. Like I feel like you could probably see it all over my face right now. Cause like it, you know how like you can have people say something to you over and over again,
Mm.
and like it can be the same thing from different people, but when it finally clicks, it's like, damn, this is what all the people were saying the whole time. I'm
Yeah.
having one of those moments right now. Like, okay,
Yeah.
this makes sense. So
Yeah.
now what do you do? So that's my question. So now what? You've defined your own, you define what value means. You've defined what, success means to you. How do you so I guess I'm turning the question around to you. How do you take that into like any networking space?
Ah,
Like what are your thoughts on that? Or does that make sense?
I mean, kind of. See, because I see it as a culmination of all of those things, right? So
Yeah.
I self-acceptance is what got me to a place where I realized I get to define the value of all things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I'm saying? I get to define what success is for me. So I'm the only one that gets to define anything for me. It doesn't matter what any people think about anything.
Right.
I could have $2 in my pocket, and as long as I ate today, I'ma still have my car tomorrow to go to work. You know what I'm saying? Like as long as all of my needs are met and I'm provided for, I'm cool, and that's success to me. You know what I'm saying? Because
Hmm.
in my story, you know what I'm saying, there'll be times where it's just like you might not even have that. So the fact
Yeah.
that I have that today, that's success. So then, for instance, with a party, so if I'm going to a party and if at one point in time I couldn't even do those things because I was too afraid of the unknown to be able to
Hmm.
put myself out there in a place where I can even do that, because I was the type of person who would tell you no and go sit at home, or I would tell you I'm
Yeah.
busy, go sit at home. So the fact that I'm
Yeah.
out here and doing that, that's success. So I can walk into this situation, though it may be new and different, with confidence, because either way, it's already a success before I walk into it. So I'm walking into it with the mindset that this is already a success. You know what I'm saying? The expo, to me, it hasn't happened yet, but it's already a success because I paid my money to be there. And I know I'm going
Come
to
on,
be.
somebody.
So, regardless of what happens, I've done something for myself that at one point in time I could never do. So whether it gets me one follower or two or anything, or you know what I'm saying, whether it gets me like a contract with somebody big, like of course you hope for these things, you want these things, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna get those things regardless. Whether I work hard as heck today, or if somebody just ups and gives it to me tomorrow because of the networking that I'm doing. Either way, I'm gonna get it.
Mm.
I thought this to myself earlier. It's just like, look, I'm the type of stubborn where I'm gonna get what I'm gonna get regardless, whether you help me
Come on.
or not. So now I'm to a point where it's just like, all right, I'm not so stubborn that I can't ask for help. I'm not so stubborn that I can't
Yeah.
out there. But I'm also that level of stubborn where if you tell me no, I'm still gonna get it because I'm used to getting it on my own anyway.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
I walk in this I walk into stuff just kind of free and clear because it's already handled. It's already taken care of. I guess that's that concept of like when people say it's already mine,
Yeah.
because it is.
Wow. And it's like you're saying it in the most humble way, like it's not like this isn't arrogance by any means. It's like, no, I've worked and I'm still working. And unless somebody just put it in my lap tomorrow, I'm gonna keep working until I attain it. Like that, man. Wow.
Because I love what I do and I can keep doing it every day because I love it.
Yeah. That's wow. I feel like stuck right now, because like this is like, in my mind, this is rich conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like this is really, really rich conversation. And not everybody is willing to be super upfront and be super like raw, uncut about these type of things, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I kind of at a loss for words right now. Cause like you've really given me something to think about and like in a different light. Like because of course like in my head, I don't think about all these things collectively. I think about them individually. So I think about value. I think about it individually. I don't think about it in the same context. Like I don't think about it with success. Like I see success as something completely different. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't couple these different ideas together, but now it's like, no, let's think holistically. Let's zoom out
Mm-hmm.
and see how it all is in a blending pot, you know, and how
Yeah.
it all just can culminate together. Yeah, you got me right now. I'm very rarely lost for words, but I'm kind of lost right now. And not in a bad way, but like in the way of this was something I needed to hear today. Like you invited me to come and talk about whatever. And now I know we were talking about networking, but you just dropped a gem on me to think about. Like, I don't know. Like I said, the more
That's God.
you know, and you said it. Spot on. Spot on. That is God. Like he's made it clear in one way or another to you, to me, to whomever, that if you ask, you shall receive. And we'll if you have that real relationship, we'll be able to talk through it and I can tell you yes or no. And then like if I told you yes, understand that my yes was a yes. And it may not come when you want it, but it'll be there right on time. You know what I'm saying? Like you're making it make so much sense in my mind right now. Like it's like I'm having like an epiphany right now because that's how much sense it's making.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
That's where the thinker part comes from.
Yeah, I can see that. Because I mean you truly are making me think about something in a different light. It's not like it's just this okey doke. Okay, all right, see you later. It was great talking. Like no, like I'm finding a lot of value in this conversation. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And I think see for me that's the beauty of networking, and it's even a God thing because everything is bigger picture when I think of
Yeah.
it. So and when I say everything is God, like I said before, like everything is God, like everything is God, like even these conversations, right? So when everybody is in their purpose doing what it is that they're supposed to do, everything is going to work like one big movie. And it's
Mm,
crazy to watch how that movie unfolds, right? Because
mm-hmm.
when you have these interactions with people, when you're networking and you have these different uh interactions with people, that's the value. The value is the interaction. It's not what you
Mm,
physically get from
mm,
it,
mm-hmm.
because it's value in the knowledge. Knowledge is more powerful probably than anything you could ever touch,
Right.
and being able to understand it.
Value in the interaction. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it's like
I
one
gotta
of
add that to my presentation. I'll make
yeah,
sure I quote you.
yeah. But I
But
mean,
no, for real.
yeah, yeah.
My nonverbals are terrible. Like I know that they scream very loud.
Oh, it's cool though. It's cool though because like stuff like that, like when I reflect on life and I think about who I am as a person today, like I think
Yeah.
about the people that I've dealt with, right, in the past. And like for instance, like I'll think about some of the lessons that I got from old managers when I was a manager. like when I was going up my little ladder, being a manager, and those conversations that I would have with my leaders, like they were my managers, but in reality they were mentors. And I never thought of that at the time, because they would drop those gems on me that still stick with me because they are relevant to who I am and what I am now and what it is that I've done and what I'm doing now. So if I had a manager that taught me something where it's just like, you're never done because there's always something that you can improve.
Come on, somebody.
Never settle. Like, you know what I'm saying? If something is clean, cool, but don't stop working because there's always something that can be improved.
Yeah.
That was cool advice when, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even like that advice at the time because
of course not.
She was talking about picking up shoes. Like, I'm not, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like for life, that's relevant because I can be content, right? Because I just got done talking about all this stuff. Like, yeah, it's cool because I'm happy. But also I'm happy, but I'm never complacent. Like, I can't get complacent.
Right.
Because we have to build on the growth. Like, I could be cool with my progress that I'm making with the show or whatever now, but then God will put something in my life where it's just like, all right, now think about the generations of your family that's coming after you. You're not done. You're not done. And that's a layer.
And it's a continued process.
Yeah.
Like the layers don't stop.
Yeah.
And when they stop, that means he's done. It's time to come home.
And you still not done.
Because you got a whole lot to do when you get there.
You're still not done. Like, you still not done. Because you know what I'm saying? If you want to go spiritual, if you a light worker on this earth, do you think that work stops when you gone?
Come on, somebody.
Like, you know, like you're not. Like, one of the hardest things, and this might sound crazy, I hope y'all stay with me, but it's just like when I think and I pray and I think about those moments where I'm like, God, why you put me through the stuff that you put me through? And it's just like, because you strong. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I have to show you how strong you are.
You one of my top dogs. That's why.
Exactly. Like, you're you're a wounded warrior because, my friend, you are a warrior.
I built you that way.
Exactly.
Intentionally.
Exactly. It was never an accident. So, like, you know, when this work stops here, it's just gonna be another something later for whatever. And that's cool. Just learn, you know who you are now. So embrace who you are, what I've given you, and stand in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to cry about being a wounded warrior, but I made you a warrior. Did you miss that part? I made you a fighter. Did you miss that part?
Maybe I missed that part. Maybe I missed that part. Because, you know, I mean, we can be so quick to question, you know, like, why this, why that? Okay, well, now I'm going to show you why. You know, like, oh, you wanted to know? Okay, here's the answer. You like the answer? Probably not, but here's the answer. Here it is. This is what you want to know, right? So what you going to do with it?
Yeah.
Wounded warrior. Did you forget that? Like, I made you a warrior?
Yeah. You want to cry about being hurt.
Don't stop what you're doing.
Keep going.
But did you forget that I put you in the battle because I needed you there?
Who's supposed to
stop what you're doing, Marissa. Don't stop what you're doing. Don't stop what you're doing.
Who is supposed to fight? That's what I'm saying. Like, if you think about a country has what? Soldiers to protect the country.
Right? Yo, this is going to blow my mind. This is blowing my mind. And I say it's blowing my mind because during our Bible study yesterday, we were talking about the different patterns that we're seeing in our lives, and you're talking right on it. The things that I've been seeing in my life are lead, light, the full armor of God. And if you're a warrior, if I had you in this fight, you have to have on the armor. You know what I'm saying? You have to be, this was just a full circle moment. You're equipped. Like, I've equipped you with everything. And the other thing was the story of Babylon. But it's just interesting. Like, I'm really having a like out of body experience right now. Sorry, listeners. Y'all can't see this, but out of body experience.
But I mean that
wow.
because all of these things work together. All of these things work together. Like it sounds so like cliche. It almost sounds like people are talking, but it's like what you said. It's not gonna click into the clicks. And
yeah,
like that's the part that finally made me relax. I wasted so many years of my life trying to convince people of things that they weren't ready for.
mm-hmm.
Um I can't say this word for word, but I would always see 3:14, 3:16 because it's John 3:14, 3:16. And basically, like I said, I don't remember what it says verbatim. Plus, I read the Common English Bible. But basically,
yeah,
what it's saying is, you know, you want me to convince you of heavenly things when you don't believe what I show you on earth. You're not going to understand what it is that I'm
it's
trying to
gonna surpass. Yeah,
like. If you don't believe what you see, how am I going to tell you anything beyond that?
and you said Psalms 3, what now?
John 3:16, John
Oh,
3.
John 3:16.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah. And you know, when you think about stuff like that, it's just like you can't, people gonna come when they ready to come. It's gonna click when it's gonna click, and it's not for me to force it.
That's fair.
I just do what I do. I just do what God told me to do and allow him to work through me, but I'm not here to force it. So
Mm-hmm.
if I have people in my life that don't want to change, or if they don't want to do the right thing, it's not for me to try to change you or force you or do anything like that. I can love you where
Right.
you are, leave you where you are, and allow you to
Come on.
when you're ready to come along. Because trying to
Mm.
force somebody to change or do something or see something that they weren't willing to see was only causing me pain.
Trying to lead a horse to water, but you can't make the drink.
Yeah. I've had a comment before from somebody, and it's just like, "Oh, you one of those God something, like one of those God people," and I was like, "Yeah, sure am."
They sure am. That wasn't an insult to me.
Nah,
Glad you know it.
yeah. Thank you for the
So you want to
comment.
hear more about
Yeah,
them?
yeah. I'm not gonna deny. I'm like,
Wow.
I'm not gonna deny you. Look, I don't want those consequences. I know who did it. You'll figure it out.
And if you don't, I mean, one day you will.
Oh, you
Hopefully,
will.
it's not too late.
Yeah. Hopefully, yeah. Like I said, because I was out there, so I ain't gonna act like it's impossible for nobody. You'll get there, but could nobody tell me nothing when I was out there? So I
Yeah.
understand. Because I wouldn't have listened to me either.
Well, but when you know, you know. But when
Sorry.
you know, you know. Like, and when you know, you wouldn't have had it any other way. It's like, dang, I just, dog, if only I had a, you know?
Right. But it can't go that way. And it can't go that way because you, again, as well, at least for me, as that warrior, that's my job. I had to go through those
Yeah.
things because I gotta connect with the people that didn't that are like me. So how are you supposed to lead people that you can't understand?
Mm.
You can't. Why would they listen to you? Why would they listen to you if you don't know where they coming from? And why would they listen to you if they don't know you came from where they came from?
Yeah.
I think that
Mm.
makes sense.
You know, it made a lot of sense. Oh, it made a lot of sense.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what, how can I understand it? Like, to know that somebody might not want to hear what it is that I have to say. I know that because I'm the type of person that wouldn't want to hear what you have to say. But that also changes my approach because I know, all right, what would I want to hear then? Would I want you to talk to me more, or would I want you to leave me alone? What did I need in those
Mm.
moments when I needed somebody?
Mm. Mm.
That's how you do it.
It's a God thing.
Yeah.
Truly, it's truly a God thing.
Yeah.
Wow.